Hello guys, Love Tofu again, bringing you guys another guide. Sorry if I sound kinda sick. I am sick. I have a cold right now, so I'm not doing so well. I just wanna go through a couple of things before I start this guide. I noticed that I'm not giving guys that much useful tips anymore. So I kinda feel bad for that, and I think I need to be more supportive for the newcomers and for the people that just started playing LOL. So I apologize for that, and I will try to be helpful and be very resourceful from now on. So, okay, this guide is going to be about ranked games. And I know a lot of people that are new to LOL aren't going to be really playing ranked, or I don't recommend that you do. I say that you'll have to have at least 500 wins in order to play. So, and you should at least have like 3 pages of runes, or like you should have runes. Like 2 pages should be filled with runes. Okay, sorry about that. And so I'm playing a game with Udyr right now, and so I just want to go through like a couple of things. In this guide, I just want to talk about rank and what you should do and what you shouldn't do. Since normal game, everything's fine, but then in ranked games, there's a lot of things that you should be aware of. Like, say for instance, like you should have all the roles, of a team. Like, for instance, like, okay, this game's kind of bad. Like, Caitlyn, Caitlyn doesn't have a really good support, and she has Swain as a support instead. So, like, okay, in this guide, I guess I'll just, like, kind of go over the flaws. I think that's why it was such a good example. Because in this game, there were so many things that are wrong. So this is a ranked game. And, so, I guess I'll go through the roles so far. So here's the AD carry, Caitlyn, right, at bottom. And then you're supposed to have a support, but it's a Swain support. And then at mid, you usually have an AP carry, and then you have or AD as well. But then you have a carry at mid, and Cassiopeia is the carry at mid. And then I'm the jungler, Udyr. And then we have a top, which is Poppy, and top is also carry. So mid and top are both solo, and then the only duo lane is the one that are at bottom. And then right now, okay, I'm starting at the wolves. So so in ranked, it's really important for bottom, or for my mid carry or someone to give the jungler a leash. A leash is really important if they ask for it. If they really need the leash, then it's really important to do so. Alright? Now, so first thing, I already mentioned this. Swain. He's not a support. He can't heal the carry like someone like Sona, Tarek, Nidalee, Soraka. And then also, Poppy was AFK in the beginning, which is something that is also a big no. You shouldn't do that. Guys, if you're playing ranked, don't be AFK. I mean, I don't know why you're AFK when you're playing ranked. So, like, because of that, the jungler, that's me, I'm like wasting my time, like, right now dealing with top when I could be going like through my jungle right now. So I have a good chance of being like counter jungle. So that's not good. And also, I mean, AFK is a big deal. And then before all this, I want to say, like, before you guys even start playing ranked, you need to be well equipped with runes and champions. And like I said, I just went through the roles, right? I say you should at least mastered like three of the roles. At least 3. You either like support. Support's probably the best. Support's always good to have. And then if you're usually last pick, you're most likely a support. Most likely, you're a support if you're last pick. So that's one thing. And then for each role, you have a certain rune page, and runes aren't cheap, they're expensive. So you want to build those up, and you want to know what you want to play. And then also you want to know a lot of experience when you're playing. You want to know like a wide variety of champions, which is really nice. Like even if you have a role like you like the top lane, but then it would be really nice if you like knew like 5 different champions, you know? And they're not all the same. They're like all slightly different. That would be an advantage to you, and I'll go through that pretty soon. And one of those is the advantage of knowing so many different champions and having different champions, are that you can counterpick. You can counterpick champions, which is really nice. Now, like counterpicking is like, it's not saying that you're gonna like automatically win, but you're gonna have like a slight advantage against that champion. So like, say for instance, like, you know, like, okay, so like I'm doing this at top, or at bottom, but like at top, for instance, it's Fiora, right? Fiora against Poppy isn't really a good matchup. Fiora is gonna probably have a slight advantage over Poppy, because Fiora has parry, right? Which is a physical block, physical attack block. So anything that's like a auto attack based, and then there's some skills like parry, you know. No. Oh, what is it? It's Gangplank. But yeah, Gangplank Q. But then that's also passive. So yeah. So I'm saying like if you don't want to be physical against Fiora, to counterpick Fiora, you could have went like someone like AP, like either like Vlad or like Vlad. I don't know. I mean, there's a couple of champions that you can counter. There is. I mean, and it would have been a better choice than freaking Poppy. But you know, oh, I'm sorry I missed that. But then for mid as well, mid's the same thing. Like, actually, Cassiopeia and Annie is actually a pretty good matchup against each other, because they both nuke. They both nuke the crap out of each other. But I would think probably like Annie is like, you see that Poppy ended up dying here. That was obvious, because Fiora has like a slight advantage over him. So counter-picking is really important, and it's really nice to do. And then also like another thing is counter-picking is nice, and warding. Warding is really important, and I don't see that many people warding the place. So like Fiora is good, but then she's still gonna die here. It's gonna take a while. But then so like I was saying, warding. Warding's important. See? Right here, this is a pretty good ward placement by bottom, but they could have done a better job. Like, so if you're at bottom here, and then if you're playing, if we're blue, and if you're playing against them, probably a better spot will be like right here, next to the dragon, since there's this pathway and it guards the river, so you get to see the jungler's movement. And then also same thing goes for top. If you're at top, either this brush or right here, or this brush right here, or this river or this brush is a good spot. And then this brush is good, but this spot's really, you really don't get the most out of the ward. And then you see Annie coming. See, this is what I'm saying. This is really nice. But then they have a very late reaction. That's what I'm talking about. Even if you have a ward, you need map awareness. You have to like constantly see your mini map. And then Annie ends up getting another kill. So yeah. So those were the wards for bottom. And then for a mid, you can ward right here in the brushes. You can ward one here or here. Brushes are really nice, usually. on either side. Now if you're starting over here at the top region, then you would probably want to brush right here at this entrance right here in the river. But then you want it in the river, and then it's just gonna have vision of this little entrance over here and the river. And then for bottom, you would want it right here. This would be the best spot if you were at top. Really, literally the best spot. And then for dragon and baron, you want to put pink wards. Pink wards are the best. So this Annie didn't have any wards, so I was easily able to gank her. And then we're just gonna pick up a kill right here. But unfortunately, Cassiopeia is gonna die.
An ally has been slain.
Yeah, but so see, that's what I'm saying. And then right now, so I'm playing against Riven. Riven, she's pretty good. She's alright jungler. But then Udyr, I have the advantage over her since I'm a lot faster. And then this Poppy constantly dying, which ain't good. And then this Caitlyn, I mean, bottom's doing okay, but I think they could have done better if it was someone like Soraka. So I mean, one of the best supports right now is Soraka, Janna, Sona. Those are probably the best. Tarek's pretty good too, you know. And then also another, I'm not really good at every single role, but I kind of know a little bit about them. So bottom and mid are usually the ones that are gonna help out the jungler in taking out the dragon, since they're the closest. Okay, so you have to be aware of that. And then everyone should be warding their own lane. That's another thing. And then mid can they can roam. They roam, and you saw Annie roam a while ago. Roaming is actually good on them. Yeah, this Annie does so much damage at level 9. It's crazy. Nuker. Yeah, so I mean, we failed in getting that, but then they did a really good job. They probably had this warded, but they reacted really fast, and they all showed up and they took us out. And then us, we kind of screwed up. We should have probably retreated after that, but we didn't. So you can see that Poppy's really not doing so well right now. I really need to babysit him. But then I'm also trying to help out bottom, since bottom are having a hard time. It's against Cat and Teemo. But yeah, a lot of problems. A lot of problems. This Annie's crazy, man. So I mean, those are probably majority of the things I wanted to cover. And then when you're top, you can also gank. But then in every single lane, if you want to go do something, you want to usually have your lane pushed all the way. You know, have your lane pushed beyond this point, and it's heading towards their tower. So you know, for bottom, once that happens, you can go help out in dragon. And then mid, usually when it's pushed like this, then they can go get the blue buff, or they can go help gank, you know. And then top lane, they could push it, and they can also gank too, and then help out your jungler. But then no matter what, usually the jungler is always gonna encounter something, and then also you have to always call MIA. And then I forgot what MIA stands for, but it means that they're not in lane. So I really don't remember what it stands for. I have no clue. But yeah, but dang. And then, like, you know, another good advice, tower diving. It's a good idea, but I don't know, it's never a good idea. Only tower dive like when they're really low at health, and you're gonna take like minimum damage. You're gonna take like minimum damage from the tower, like maybe like 1 or 2 hits. Because if you take too much hits from the tower, then you could go ahead and just you'll take too much damage, and then someone else is gonna come up and get the kill, or they're gonna kill you. Like what happened to Annie and Cat right there. So okay, Caitlyn's being really, she's being nice, and she came over to help me with Dragon. Cassiopeia is also helping. Cassiopeia is also a really good champ in taking out the Dragon and the Baron. So yeah, because they're here, Riven can't do anything. Because yeah, see, if I was the only one there, then I would have had a problem. They would have most likely stole the dragon from me. They would have killed me, and then they would have took the dragon. So I think getting Baron or Dragon, getting in a group is really safe, and you can secure the Dragon or the Baron kill. And you know, and getting Dragon is important. Kind of got it late in this game, but then I was kind of busy doing everything else. You don't want to get Dragon when your teams really need your help when you're a jungler. But then when you guys are doing well, you guys have a lot of time, then that's when you guys should get the Dragon. And then ward placements. So this ward is nice. I warded this for Cassiopeia, so it should be fine. And then this ward is still actually helping them. I guess so. I guess this ward is good. Either way, wherever you put the ward, it's just really nice to ward your river. Ward the river. It's just you have such a big advantage. People are like, they're so picky. They're thinking like, you know, oh, wards cost too much, or they'll be like, oh, I'm AD carry. I don't have money to waste on wards. I need to get my items. No, you're wrong. If you have money to spare, then you should go buy it. And most people do. Like if you go buy a BS sword, and if you have enough money to go buy a ward, then you want to go ahead and pick up that one ward. It really helps out. So like Poppy apparently didn't ward. I don't think he warded at all this game, which was kind of bad. And then also you want to tell people if they warded their lane. Like Fiora warded it, and then Poppy told me that it was warded. You know, that way I don't have to waste my time in ganking. But then he really needs help. Oh, I'm sorry. He really needs help, so I'm trying to help him out. I kind of make a mistake in going into their jungle, and I almost get killed. But yeah, Cassiopeia ends up like saving me, and then she gets killed instead. But yeah, going into their jungle is not a good idea, especially if they know if you're there. So that's what I'm saying. Like if the jungle is well warded, then it's really hard to counter jungle them. But then that's why Oracle is nice. Yeah. So right here, I'm trying to tower dive, but then I'm just taking the hit so Poppy could finish. But then Poppy go ahead and like take more tower damage. But yeah, that was close. He almost died. This is kind of bad right here. We shouldn't be doing this. But you know, I don't know if you guys noticed this yet, but someone is AFK, and that is Annie. Annie on their team is AFK. I don't know what happened. Earlier in this game, he was talking about how drunk he was. I think he might have passed out or something. Not entirely sure. But yeah, there's a lot of trolls in this game, so that's why I'm saying that you have to be well equipped and be ready to carry the game, even if you're one man short. And you can do that with a couple champions. So, and another important thing is, oh yeah, you should never rage. Don't rage. I know. If you do, you know, just keep it to yourself. You know, just be like, man, that faggot is like, why is he not helping me out and getting that kill? Like, if he was there, we could have gotten that kill. Yeah, just keep it to yourself. Don't be like, just flat out say it in chat, and then you'd be like, freaking stupid ass, you didn't help me out, and we didn't get a kill. You're such a noob. Now, that's not gonna really help. That's not gonna help at all. Instead, you're gonna provoke them, and then they could probably like go AFK, or they're gonna end up like feeding, you know. But I'm telling you, it's not gonna be something good. I mean, this Poppy does a pretty good job. Almost killed Fiora, but you know, like I said, Fiora, man, she is still a good champ. Like, even if you went AP, like her ulti, still you can't really do anything about that. Maybe Vlad. Maybe Vlad. I don't know if you can pull away from that. Like, while you're getting ulti, just do pull and then it'll just stop her ulti. I'm not sure. But then, either way, if you counterpick someone, you have a slight advantage, which is nice. So basically right now, this is a 4 versus 5, because Annie left. And she left. Yeah, I remember this game. She wasn't in the game at all throughout the whole thing. So those are things that you really need to watch out for. So hopefully this helped you. Like I said, there's a couple of things I just want to like go over again. Like I said before, no more than 2 roles, right? And for each role, know at least like 3 different champions, a couple of champs, because like some champions really get counterpicked really hard. They get counterpicked super hard. Like, say for instance, like Cassiopeia, or no, not Cassiopeia, like Cassidon. Cassidon gets countered by Talon really hard at mid. Like, Cassidon really can't do anything against a Talon. Nothing at all. So like, alright, stuff like that. So I'm saying like, if you're mid, then you need to know like a couple of champs. Maybe Cassidon, and like, you should also know LeBlanc and Annie, and maybe like some other champs. But yeah, same goes for every single role. So, no different roles, no different champs, have the runes ready, and then know what you need to do for each lane. And then ward. Ward is really important, and don't rage at your teammates. Yep, but then this is my guide on ranked games, guys, and hopefully this will help you, and you guys will get your ELO up. Have a good day.